It's been hypothesized for decades that life on Earth may not be as homegrown as one might think. And now, we're looking out hundreds of thousands of miles for more answers.
These building blocks of life were distributed from the outer solar system all the way into the inner solar system. They were everywhere, ubiquitous.
Dr. Danny Glavin is a co-investigator for all of this, which simply boils down to OSIRIS-REx, NASA's first asteroid sample return mission, which took some 7 years from start to finish.
Launched in 2016, rendezvoused with asteroid Bennu in 2018, collected a sample from the surface of the asteroid in 2020, and then brought it back to Earth where it landed in Utah in 2023.
An international group of scientists led by Tohoku University analyzed those samples and found something commonplace on Earth but remarkable on an asteroid: bioessential sugars.
We actually found 6 different sugars, including 2, ribose and glucose, that are fundamental for life as we know it.
Ribose helps provide the backbone for ribonucleic acid, and glucose is an important source of energy for all living things. The team expected to find the former, though the latter raised some eyebrows.
And this is the first discovery of glucose in any asteroid material, so this is truly exciting. Not only could these building blocks have enabled life on Earth, but potentially elsewhere: Mars, Europa, the outer solar system. I'm becoming much more optimistic that we may be able to find life beyond Earth, even in our own solar system.
An optimism that could extend way out of this world. For this week's Science Source, I'm Pete Mangione.